Hello YouTube and welcome to Katrinka LOL. And today is part 3 of the wooden block acrylic painting project. I'm hoping to finish up the project here today, and then there is a part 4 which was recorded before all of the other videos in this series. So just look in the art playlist and you'll see part 4. I've relabeled that. Okay. Now, another tip, this is the painting that we were working on before, and I have finished the other side just for the sake of time. So I had some paint on my glass palette, and the last time I showed you how I clean my glass palette, and this time I'd like to show you what I do with leftover paint. I try not to squeeze out too much paint to have too much left over, but if I do, this is what I do with it. I have a small canvas, and I might prepare it with a color that I select, or I might just use the leftover paint and make an abstract on it. So with the paint from this particular project, I had a canvas that I had painted blue, and then I used all of the leftover colors and created this. So I'm very happy with it, and the only thing left to do with this is to frame it with acrylic paint, and there in the playlist there's a video on how to do that too. Okay, so that's the tip of the day. I'll be working on framing that when this is done. Okay, so now what we want to do is put some interest on the edges. All right, so here's one that is done, and we put some interest on the edges with paint. You can just leave it painted all the way to the edge if you like. But I like to create this kind of cloudy look, like there's clouds on the edges. So that's what we're going to try to do today. So to do that, what I do is I select a color, and I've picked purple, of course. As you know, if you've watched my videos, purple's my favorite color. So, and for that reason, I'm running out of the purple. There we go. Okay. Excellent. And then I use some white too. I'll tell you why in a moment. To me, just having a flat color would be fine, but I like to add some interest to it, so adding some white to it just gives it a little bit of pizzazz, so to speak. So then I use a paper towel, and that's another secret thing that I do. And I fold it up like this, and I put a little bit of water on it, and then I put a little bit of white in it, and then I just start. Okay? So I go around the edges, and just dabbing. Okay, and then we'll go along the top here. This is the top of the painting. And what happens is that the white is in the kind of alternates with the color, and it creates a kind of a depth to the painting. And the dogs are commenting in the background, if you can hear them. Actually, it's starting to rain, and the rain bothers one of the dogs. So, okay. So we'll just continue dabbing and until we're happy with it. And this is just one side of it. We'll have to let this dry. Okay. Let this side dry, then flip it over and do the other side. So this is as far as we can go today. But after this is all dry and you flipped it over and you've done the other side, then you use gloss gel on the entire project. And then the very last thing we're going to do is put feet onto the block of wood. And see, I put feet, I don't know if you can see that, but these are actually used on cabinets or paintings, used on the back of the painting to keep it from scraping the wall, or used on a cabinet to keep the cabinet door from slamming too hard, and that kind of thing. So I use 4 of these. I put 2 on one side and 2 on the other, and this just is really nice when you're putting it. It has little feet on it, you know, and then it doesn't slide or scrape your countertop or shelf. All right, so we've done abstract in this project, but I wanted to show you some of the work I've done, which is actually more realistic. All right, so this one here, there's abstract on one side, and then a duck, a loon, on the other. All right, and this one is abstract on one side, and then winter trees with snow on the other. And then this one is abstract on one side, and winter mountains and trees on the other. So there's just so many things you could do. This one is abstract on one side, and then an ocean with the moon on the other. And finally, this one is abstract on one side, and a triggerfish on the other. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this project, and make sure that you watch the last video of the decoupage, which is an optional process. If you liked the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.